Hi crocheters of the world, I'm Oana and this is Oana's Crochet channel on YouTube. In this tutorial, as you've already seen, we will work together on shoes or slippers, depends on what you want, on a real crochet, so crocheted shoes or slippers on a real sole. Now for these shoes, of course, you need, I made slippers, but you can also make shoes. For these slippers shoes you will need soles. So I already put a photo of my project some days ago on my Facebook page, and I put the link actually on where I bought the soles. Now you have the link actually here too below this tutorial, and I bought them on Etsy. There are lots of shops actually that sell this kind of soles, so you can choose from them, but of course I will put the link where I bought them. Now what I want to say, so you have to of course to buy the soles. The technique that I use is, let's say, I watched all the tutorials that I found on YouTube on this technique. So even if actually I watched yes, even in Russian, I don't understand a word of Russian, but just for me to understand this technique. And then I worked myself my first pair, and of course I took actually my conclusions, and now I came out with, let's say, my version, and I'm really satisfied with it and with result. I will make some more because I think it's a really nice present for Christmas. So they are really nice, comfortable, and I'm sure it's a project that you will really like and you will want to give it a try. So I left the tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss one of my tutorials on crochet and knitting. See you at the next tutorial. So to crochet shoes or slippers, I wanted to make for myself some slippers, but you can also crochet shoes, because as you can see it's a sole that it's perfect to be used on street, so not only at home. Inner, so it's for outside too, not only for inside. So indoor, actually it's not only for indoor, but actually this is sold for outdoor. Now I bought these on Ravelry, on a shop on Ravelry, and I will put the link below, but there are more than one on Ravelry that are selling this kind of soles, so you can buy them everywhere. Now you will have this part, the external part, and this inner sole, and on this one we will work. Okay, so this one we will just want to put it aside for now, because we will work on this one. And the first step I already did it, but don't worry, I am here to explain it to you how to work this first step. So with a with a pen in the middle, so begin here in the middle. You need 1 meter, and will be 1 centimeter from the edge. Okay, as you can see, 1 centimeter. Here it's not actually 1, but it's okay. And it's here in the middle, more or less, you have to begin. And now you go on all around, making these little spots here, measuring 1 centimeter in between them. Okay, so make this, and then you continue on, you just continue on and you must be sure that it's a centimeter from the edge too. Okay, so as you can see, you have to pay attention to this thing, this aspect too, and you just continue on and work all around. Now in these little spots here, you will just have to make some holes. There is that kind of I will show you, I don't have it here, but I will show you. You can find it on Amazon or in local shops that sells things for bricolage. How do I say? For crafts, actually. So you can find easily that kind of tool, okay, that you need to make these little holes. Now I am working here all around. I will work with 3.5 millimeters hook and the rest of project with 4 millimeters hook, because I will work with acrylic yarn, medium worsted. Now the second step are the holes, and then we will begin actually to work to crochet all around. So I'm back and I have all my spaces, my little holes here ready to work in, and on the other one I already finished this part, so I already worked into the holes and I already worked my 3 single crochet rows. So this is what I have. The next step here is to put kind of glue. This is a specific glue for shoes, and to keep it like this and then to continue on. But now let's see the next step here. So I have all my little holes. Now here I put this is the first one that the left is the first one that I made. So I have 49 holes all around, and by mistake I worked 51 here. Okay, so normally my advice is to work exactly the same number of holes, of course. So work on one and then count them, and like this, you know, but I forgot to count them. This is my first pair, so sorry. But it can happen to you too, and if it happen, now let me show you. So let me explain you how to do. So here I have 14, I have 49, here I have 51. So in this one I worked all the stitches as they are in 51, and then I just to have only 49 I skipped 2 stitches, that's all. Okay, into the very first single crochet row all around I skipped 2 stitches to have exactly the same number. So it's really easy to correct, let's say, this mistake if it is. Okay, now how to work into the holes. Now another thing is that I'm working on my slippers here, but if you want to make some shoes actually for outdoor, you will want to use cotton, but I don't I think the cotton, 100% cotton, is not the very good choice for shoes, because you know the cotton is really in time begins to lose, and we don't want to keep our shoes nice and in nice shape for longer time. So for this I think cotton and linen, or linen 100% would be better if you want to actually work shoes for outdoor, or acrylic, nylon, and so on. Now here I am working actually with 100% acrylic yarn. This is Red Hot Detroit, but you can use any kind of acrylic yarn, medium weight. Now, to be worked with 4 to 4.5 millimeters hook to be worked with, but so suitable for, but we will work it for the first row. We will work with a 3 millimeters hook, and for the rest of the project we will work with 3.5. okay, it's very important to work it tight. Okay, and now let's get started. So slip knot, and I will begin here in the on the back side, on the toe. No, it's not the toe. Yes, maybe. So put it like this, and just like this with the hook, pull through both hole and chain. So slip stitch here and chain 1. Into each of your holes you will work 2 single crochets. So this is 1, and like this. Okay, not very loose, not very tight, and 2. It's better tighter than looser. Okay, 2. And now I just want to continue on into the next. Pull the yarn and pull through 2, and again pull the yarn. It's maybe better if you actually watch while pulling the yarn through it. 1 and 2. So as you can see, it's not very difficult to work through these holes. Now, another very important thing, oops, that I wanted to tell you, I forgot, but here I am. I remember. So this is what we have, and it's exactly like this that we want to work all around until we reach the last hole. So 2 single crochet in each hole. Now what I want to tell you is that first of all I saw lots of videos here on YouTube, and most of them, in most of them, the shoe, the slipper, the shoe, whatever, was actually crocheted on the sole. So it's here that the holes were worked. And this is something, this is an aspect that I didn't like, really. Why? First of all, there are 2 reasons actually. First of all, because it's really, really ugly. And I think we want something aesthetic and something to look like a shoes. So more nice shoes, not something, I don't know, homemade. Okay, so that's why I just didn't like. Okay, first. Second reason, or maybe this can be the first reason, is that here, if you this is really thin here, this border here, and if you put the holes here, all the shoe will the tension will be actually here, and I don't think they are very durable like this in time. Okay, so I think it's really, really easy to these holes to break. Okay, actually from my point of view, it can be very, very durable. So that's why I think this solution that I saw in other tutorials is the best, because here we work our stitches, and then, as I said, we glued this part and this part, and we just put it together, and then after it's all perfect and dried, we will work here a kind of sewing thing, you will see. So I'm sure you will like. Okay, now let me finish this part and then we will go on with the other step. So I finished all around, here it is, and now I just want to begin to work 3 single crochet rounds for the border, let's say here. Okay, so as I have here. Now I want to change hook from 3 to 3.5, and I finished here and I want to chain 1. It's the slip stitch here, so I will turn. So actually for these 3 rows we will always turn to begin a new round as if we work in rows. Okay, so insert hook into the first single crochet and single crochet. Don't forget to put the marker here, so you will be sure that you will be sure that this is your first single crochet worked into the row. Now because I have 49 holes here, I must have all around 98 stitches because I worked 2 stitches, 2 single crochets in each. So I will just continue on paying attention to the number of the stitches. I don't want to work more or less. Okay, so let me finish these 3 rows, actually rounds, sorry, of single crochet. So I will be back to show you the next step. So here I am back. I skipped one step, but the one that I glued actually the 2 soles. But I have the photos and of course I will explain how I did it. I use this universal glue, and you can use actually this is for all purpose, but you can use any kind of glue. If you find the glue actually that is for shoes, it's better, but this one was just perfect. My sole is fine and nice. And the second step here, so first of all, yes, what I did, I put the glue on this sole, on the other side of course, and then on the sole, this one, so the external part and inner part, and I just follow these instructions here. So of course if you have other kind of glue you will just follow the instruction, but just glue it. So the only advice that I can give you at this point is just glue it well. Okay, now here actually these are my first, so here look what I did. The glue was came out from the holes, and yes, I have this thing. I don't know what to do and how to take it off, but it's okay, it's okay. This is my first pair. Now the second step, it's this one, to sew actually all around. As you can see, one is done, and now this step I'm here to show you how to do it, and then we will just crochet. Finally crochet. Now I am sewing with the Ceylon, that one that is used, that I use for beading, you know. I think it's really nice and tight and perfect for this thing. And we will insert actually the needle into where we have the holes, okay, but here, okay. I will begin on the back side, of course, and I want to come out somewhere where I have this line here, okay. Of course it's nice and aesthetic. Okay, I don't want to knot, so I don't knot them, I just leave them here. And now I will, I will go back more or less into the next hole, not into, but at the level of the next hole. Actually, look where. Oh, you can use kind of pliers. I have these here, but you can use any kind of pliers to be easier for you, because it's not very easy, neither difficult. Okay, and now to block this first stitch I will go back more or less into the same. It's not easy to be into the same stitch. Sorry. And like this, pull tight, of course, and now back into the second, and now I am actually ready to begin another stitch. Well, this is the first one, and now I will skip into the next, go out, now go back into this one, go back, yes, into this one, and then okay, pull tight every time you, and then go back into this, and we can continue on. So these are the steps. Now this was the next, this is the next. So as you can see, is not that difficult, like this. What you, and now back, I will show you one more time. So back more or less here into the next. Okay. Now again here, and we proceed. So this is how we go on. Okay, so actually we go 2 times in each. Okay, and now again we go into the next. Okay, now we go back here, like this, pull tight, then come back here and go on. Okay, so I will just continue on. I want to show you when I ran out of yarn how to actually put some more. Okay, so now I want to change the yarn and just want to show you how to do it. At least this is how I do it. Of course you can choose, you can find other ways. Now, it's not very easy, believe me. First I want to make some knots to be sure that this will remain here. I will use the pliers. Okay, this is one, and let's try to go under these stitches here, and I will use again the pliers to try to come out. Okay, I can do it, I know I can do it. Okay, so let's see. It's not very nice. No, I just want to this. Okay, scissors are not very good, but I did it. And now, just to show you how to begin, where to to begin. Okay, like this. You can make a knot, but it's not important. I showed you how to block actually, so I am here. I will insert hook into the next, so exactly into the next. Okay, so get out. We can work with the pliers, it's easier. So go on like this. Okay, and now I come back into the last. Okay, and back here, and we are ready to continue on. Okay, so this is how we change yarn. So I'm back, and now I'm ready to work the actually the shoe, so the front part of this one. And one of my advices is to work them the same time. Okay, so work 5 or more rows on one and then go to the other, because they must be more or less the same. And you know, if you let one work one then the other, I don't know, from my point of view it's better like this. Okay, first. Second, where to begin? Now we will begin here, and so from the toe. And when I explained to you where to put your very first hole on the toe, I said that in the middle here, so exactly, yes, let's say this is here where we have half and half. How can I say it's here? And here we know that we worked 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Now from these 2, so try to identify them. These are mine. So this is the little hole, and on right side I have 1, on left side I have 1 more single crochet. Now from the one that we have on the right side, we want, of course, to make our slip knot, and we want to count 1 from here, 1, 2, 3, and into the third I will insert hook. So 1, 2, 3 into the third, like this. Insert hook, join the new yarn, chain 1, and work 6 from here. Work 6 single crochets, which means nothing else but working each of your 6 stitches of the toe, of the border actually, 1 single crochet for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. It's a little bit strange. 4, 5. Maybe if I keep it, yes, like this. 5, and of course you must work nice and tight. Okay, now I have my 6 here, and I will begin to work the second row. For the second row I will work like this. I don't want to chain, I just turn like this, and I have the yarn here, not here in front but behind, let's say. Okay, so it's here. Now I will skip the first single crochet, so don't chain. Skip the first single crochet, insert hook into the next, and work from these 6, because we skipped 1, work 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we haven't finished yet the row, because we want to work 2 more on the border from the first that is unworked. So insert hook into the one and work 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so now we worked 7 single crochets in this row. Okay, perfect. What we want to do is, again, turn your work and don't chain, skip the single crochet. Always skip the first single crochet, which means from 7 we will work 6 single crochets. So skip the first, insert hook into the next, and from here, of course, we work 6 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And exactly the same thing into the very next unworked single crochet, insert hook, work 1 single crochet. Now work it really nice and tight, and into the next work 1 more. So you will work 2 at the end of each row. You will work 2 single crochets off the border, which means we work 6 plus 2, we have 8. We have 8, we turn and we skip the very first, so we work 7 into the next row. 7 plus 2 that we will work on the border are 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Always work 2 more on the border that are unworked, of course. So insert hook into the first. This is actually 8 and 9. Okay, we have 9. Turn again, and now we work 8. We skip the very first, we insert hook into the next, we work 8, and we will work 2 more, which means we will have 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 2 more here on the border, 1, which is actually 9 and 10. And now again, turn, do not work the first single crochet, insert hook into the second, and from 10 we will work 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, plus 2. So 10, 2 from the border, 10, 11, turn again, and from 11 we will work 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And this will be 10 plus 2, so will be 12. We will skip 1 and we will work 11. 11 plus 2 will be 13. 13, we will skip 1, we will work 12, and so on. We will just continue. Look at it, it's really nice. We will just continue on until here, so more or less until this part, which is here. Okay, I will go on, and of course I will be back to show you what to do next. So I began to write down my stitches and my rows. So I began with 6 and so on, and I came up with a conclusion, and I want to tell you this. First of all, put 1 marker into the very first stitch that you worked and into the last. So for the first row, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the first 6 stitches that we have here, into the, as you can see, I put them actually into the border. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and into the other one the same thing. Now I worked my right. I went on and I worked 9 rows. So this one, this is the right, destro in Italiano, and that's why I wrote D. And this is the right, and this is the left. And on my right I work 1 more. On my left I have less 1 row. So I worked only until the 8th row. Now what I observed is that into the even number, so as you can see we in each row actually increase by 1 stitch. So because we increased by 2, but we began by skipping 1, which means we increased by 1. So it's 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the number of stitches. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have odd number and even number, odd and even, odd and even. Now into the odd number row, we completed 2 more rows here on the border than we have here. So this is the odd number, this is the 13. This is the row number 8 with 13 stitches. And into the row number 9 that I completed on my right shoe, I have exactly the same number of stitches here on one side, so on the border, okay, on one side and on the other, which means that when we stop with this part from the toe, because then we will work, you will see there will be the second step, let's say, so this is the first. So when we stop, we have to stop in a even number row, even number of stitches, because here it is another interesting thing, is that the even number of stitches is worked in a odd number of row. Okay, and the odd number of stitches are worked in a even number for the row. Okay, so we have to stop when we have a even number of stitches. So 14 must be perfect, but we have to continue on because it's not enough. Okay, let me continue on and I will be back.